Yo, it's the Elohim, the Mellow Mystic, Lord Emmanuel, Chief of Simonicanation, Spiker Star Seed, the wheat in the virgin's hand. And if you don't know, now you know. Check this out though. About to just keep it pushing and go into the next, um, going to Module 6 of the Secure Party Mastery course from the Simonican Mystery School of Spiker. Because I think I'm going to the Simonican Civics course next, which is, the foundational before. Probably should have dropped that first, but the civics course to make all of this make a lot more sense. You know what I mean? Before you even do any of this uh, status correction process and all of that, just a good understanding of civics will uh, ground you and let you know and letting you know what you could actually what your inherent rights are. You know what I mean? And the civics course is already available on at simonicanation.org. All like I said, all the courses are $33, and all the guidebooks are $5. So you know, I'm making updates almost daily. You know, so as we dropping these courses on, as we dropping the videos, the courses is already available. The information being brought forth is going to be available at simonicanation.org. You know what I'm saying? Believe me, it's a lot of people out here bringing this information. So, you know, if you found it, if you found it through Simonica Nation, cool. You know what I'm saying? But shouts out to the Bad Wolf, James C. Lovett. You know what I'm saying? Among others. That's how I got hip to micronations and being able to create your own micronation and shit. So shouts out to James C. Lovett and Simonica Nation is legit too. Um, got a treaty with the Kingdom of Pabasha. Shouts out to the Kingdom of Pabasha, Prince Philip J. in Northern Ohio, right around the way. Looking to enter into more treaties. So if anybody out there got their own micronation and looking to establish a treaty, uh, feel free to contact at simonicanation at gmail.com or via simonicanation.org. But let's go ahead and jump into Module 6, Privacy, Records, and Lawful Distance. I'm just going to read the information, and hopefully it'll be helpful to somebody out there. So, this is to teach how individuals, trustees, and private associations maintain privacy while remaining lawful and accountable, using structure, record keeping, and role separation rather than concealment or evasion. So this module answers the question, how do I participate in commerce without being unnecessarily exposed? So module 6 goes into privacy versus secrecy, the critical distinction. Records, notices, and accountability. Role separation and lawful distance. Communication, correspondence, and boundaries. So, privacy versus secrecy. The We want to understand why secrecy creates suspicion, while structured privacy creates trust. So the key teachings here are: secrecy hides wrongdoing or responsibility. Privacy limits access to information to those with a legitimate need. Commerce respects privacy when parties are identified, capacity is disclosed, records exist, and remedies are available. Again, commerce respects privacy when parties are identified, capacity is disclosed, records exist, remedies are available. Privacy is the result of proper structure, not disappearance. So, records, notices, and accountability. We want to learn how records, not arguments, protect your position. Core principles. If it isn't recorded, it didn't happen. In commerce, if it isn't recorded, it didn't happen. You can't just say it and it ain't recorded nowhere. Put it on the record so it's all clarified. So good records protect memory, establish timelines, and prevent disputes. Notices clarify expectations and preserve remedies. And as a sovereign and a secured party, you don't ask permission. You notify. You give notice. And that's it. Essential records. Agreements, ledgers, notices sent and received, trustee actions, and meeting minutes for associations. So now let's go into role separation and lawful distance. Because we want to understand how separating roles reduces liability and preserves privacy. So here's some examples of role separation. Individual versus trustee. Trustee versus beneficiary. Officer versus member. Administrator versus owner. Now, lawful distance. Do not commingle funds. Do not blur capacities. Do not sign without stating role. Like I said, living in the private is just acting in your proper capacity and knowing which capacity you acting in. You know what I'm saying? Knowing how you're signing this. Most liability comes from role confusion, not wrongdoing. When you signing as the debtor, and you should be when you the creditor, you're supposed to be acting as the creditor. You know, the court would try to put you in the role of the trustee when you're the beneficiary. So now we'll go into communication, correspondence, and boundaries. So we want to learn how communication determines jurisdiction, tone, and outcome. Best practices are: keep correspondence written, calm, and factual. Avoid emotional language, threats, and unnecessary explanations. Use notices to clarify misunderstandings, preserve rights, invite resolution. Silence can be strategic, but documented silence is stronger. So that's module 6. Uh, we're gonna go into module 7 in the next video. Dispute resolution, remedy, and settlement, where we learn how to resolve conflict privately, effectively, and honorably. So we got a lot of information that's getting ready to be dropped. You know what I mean? So it's always gonna be content flowing through here as long as I'm in this body and shit. You know what I'm saying? But it's the Elohim, the Mellow Mystic, Lord Emmanuel, Chief of Simonica Nation, Spiker Star Seed, the wheat in the virgin's hand. And if you don't know, now you know.